Hello everyone, welcome to Coffee, Love, and Books. My name is Michelle, and today I'm doing a video I'm insanely excited for. Basically, today I'm going to be choosing a theme song for my favorite fantasy characters. This is something that I've been doing for a little while, just subconsciously, or just creating characters and coming up with songs that I think reflect them really well. And it was a challenge because I love these characters, and I don't know if any one song justifies them completely, and they actually don't. Like, I don't think you can cover these characters in 3 minutes, but I chose the songs I think just reflect them best, and I'm really excited to get going. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. Just a quick speech about spoilers. I'm going to try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, and the spoilers will be mild if there are any, but I will warn you if there are spoilers coming up for any particular character, just because with some of these, you don't know that a character is going to be big, or that their arc looks like this or anything, so I don't want to spoil that for anyone who doesn't want to know. So with that, I'm going to start with Vin from Mistborn. And Vin was easy yet hard because she has that fighting, kind of dark music genre-y thing that going on with her. And she really emulates a lot of what I see in Skillet's music, which is why I chose 2 Skillet songs for her. Resistance and Not Gonna Die. For Resistance, I love the line, "They can take my heart, they can take my breath when they pry it from my cold dead chest." And I'm like, that kind of is very much how Vin fights. She fights with this scrappy, like a caged animal kind of just fighting style, and I think it's amazing and so unique to her, and I just really liked those 2 songs as far as how she fights and how she thinks. And I really like that decision for her. I'm not completely happy with it, but I may update it in the future. But for now, I just think that's a good emulation of her character. Okay, and next I have songs for Kelsier. Okay, so I love Kelsier. Kelsier is my favorite character, at least in the first part of the series. I really like him. I think he is so interesting, so morally gray. I chose 2 songs for him. I chose Hurricane from Hamilton, and obviously not with the specifics of Hamilton's life, but with that general, the arrogance and the general rising up to the top from the bottom, that kind of vibe from that song. And that I will, like, basically if you interchange the word right with the word fight, it makes a lot of sense. And I also wanted to give homage to musical theater. I love it. I love the songs. I think it embodies so much of what you see in fantasy, and I was excited to give this one to Kelsier. I have another song for Kelsier, which I think might even be better. Hard to Kill, the Nightcore version. Oh my word, I love it. It's such a good song. I came up from nothing, and this idea of revenge and of taking back everything that was stolen from you, I think it embodies Kelsier so well. Both of them are very not as playful and funny as Kelsier, but I think they emulate a lot of the core parts of his character, and I really like these choices for him. Alright, so the second to last Mistborn character I'm going to talk about is Elend, and this is where the spoilers are a little bit, so if you don't want to know anything about book 2 of Mistborn, if you have not read book 1, don't read this. Don't read this. If you have not read book 1 of Mistborn, I would not suggest watching this part. But for Elend, I thought a really good song. Actually, this is what gave me the idea to do this video in the first place, because I was reading Mistborn, and the song King by Lauren Aquila, is that how you pronounce her name, was playing in the background, and it just, for some reason, I think King is the perfect song for Elend. Oh my goodness, just his character arc, I'm not gonna spoil anything major, his character arc, his innocence and his dreams to be better, but also his not believing he's the best person for what he does all the time is so good. And I think King really embodies him super well. If you've read Mistborn, you know what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness, I think he is perfect for this song, and honestly the best fit song in this entire video. Okay, so the next character is Oreseur. I don't know how to pronounce it. Oreseur. And I chose Cellophane from Chicago. I'm sorry, I had to. If you've read the series, you know what I'm talking about. Sorry. Okay. So next one is, I decided to tackle my Lord of the Rings, and I realized that I definitely could have gone farther into Lord of the Rings, and I'll definitely address this in a further up video, but the only character I'm doing today is Aragorn, because I'll talk about this in after. But for Aragorn, I chose The Impossible Dream by Frank Sinatra, I believe. And I have a specific version that I really like for Aragorn. So The Impossible Dream is a song that's very much emulating courage and that classical knightly chivalry kind of thing, which I love and I think is amazing, and I think Aragorn embodies this ideal so well. His humility, but also his courage and his willingness to stand up and also be humble and give the ring to Frodo and trust Frodo. And I think Aragorn's an amazing character. I think The Impossible Dream just kind of emulates his vision and his likeness. One of my favorite lines in that song is to be willing to walk through hell for a heavenly cause, and I think Aragorn just does that so well, and I love this song for him. So Samwise, I guess I really wanted to do him because he is my favorite character in The Lord of the Rings. I love him. He's amazing, but I could not find a song to do him justice, and I even asked my brother, I was like, is there any song that could possibly do Samwise justice? And he was like, no, like, Sam is just such an amazing character. He flies above what the words of men can. I fancied that up a little bit, but Sam is so amazing, and if I find a song that does him justice, I will totally put it in a later installment, but for now, I can't bear to give him less than he deserves. So, I guess for the next character, it is Jezelia from the Remnant Chronicles. Jezelia is amazing. She's so strong, and she's so willful, and she's so flawed and awful at times, but you can really see her strength come through in the hardest times, and I love her. I love her resilience. I love how great she is, and I mean, she's great. And the two songs I chose for her were Rise, the Nightcore version, and Cost of the Crown. I love, they each kind of embody a certain aspect of her. Rise is her fight, her tenacity, her just fury, and her anger, and her determination to beat those who have hurt her. And Cost of the Crown is just a simple leadership heartbreak song about how much she loves her people and how much she wants the best, but how much of a burden it is on her and her character arc. So I just love her. I think she's amazing, and I think both those songs embody her really well. So to end on an interesting note, Twilight character Rosalie. I know I'm choosing a character from Twilight. Twilight isn't fantasy, is it? Sorry, I guess that's a cheat, but I wanted to throw her in here, not only for another musical theater homage, but just to kind of get, just kind of throw this out here. I like Rosalie a lot, I think, and I think a song that really embodies her is I Dreamed a Dream from Les Mis. Just her goals and her life just being completely upended because of what happened to her. and I just thought that song really kind of spoke to her despair, but also how she rises up, and I just thought it was good. So that concludes my fantasy character theme song video. I'm definitely going to do a part 2 because I did not get to nearly as many characters as I would like to, but oh my goodness, this was fun. I want to do it again, and I'm really thankful that you guys watched. Thank you for watching, and I'm excited to see you next Saturday. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and bye!